Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. Okay, guys, team news just out. Okay, wait, let me try and figure out how to share this. Wait.
Hey, are we live already?
Yeah, we are live already, bro. We are live already. We are
I
live
thought
already.
this still testing.
No, don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, never pick my nose or what lah. Okay, let's go.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so the team news is out. Okay, so looks like the same back five. Like we got De Gea, we got Maguire, Rafael Varane, fullbacks Wan Bissaka and Luke Shaw. Midfield McFred. I'm surprised that Fred is playing. Like he just took his vaccination, right? The guy. So Fred, McTominay, Bruno,
6G
and then
boosting.
Pogba will be on the left. Okay, so let's just start this. Wait, let me see. Okay, Josh, what do you think about the lineup?
A very, very predicted lineup from Ole. As much as we wanted Cavani and Ronaldo up front, that would probably be a dream partnership up front. But yeah, I think Ole is going back to his drawing blocks, to start back what he's confident with McFred. And hopefully McTominay is back to his 100%, because I think if anything, with that vaccination, I hope Fred becomes a superhuman today, because it looks like they both need to do a job with a very, very strong midfields of Aston Villa. So it's going to be tough, and I feel that along the way it's going to be a very low block Villa lah. And I feel that Ronaldo and Cavani will have an appearance together today.
How about you, Ayrton? Your favorite player is playing today, man.
Well, obviously, I would want Van de Beek to start, but looking at the result that we had over on Wednesday, we played West Ham in the League Cup. I don't think any of them warranted a starting 11. Maybe Fred was still the obvious choice for this one. I mean, like, it's surprising coming from my mouth, but but I think Fred will be the obvious choice for this one. I'm looking at it, nothing has changed. This has still been our winning team so far. So I wouldn't blame Ole for going with this squad so far, trusting in this first 11.
But then having put Pogba on the left, okay, personally, I think he performs better on the left. But then your opinion, Josh, putting Pogba on the left will actually hinder certain players for actually playing, people like Sancho. Okay, I'm not going to talk about Martial today, okay? I'm not going to talk about Martial, guys. Like Sancho, for example, who need a run of games, I think, to pick up his form. So what do you think about that, Josh?
Yeah, I think at this point of time, this is their best 11 lah. So far, I can say, with the run of games that they had, with performance. And Pogba, he's still one of our best midfielders for the season so far, with 7 assists and more to come, hopefully. And and we all know Paul Pogba is a world-class central midfielder. He's not a world-class winger. This gives Shaw the opportunity to bump up, because I feel that Villa is going to play pretty much a very, very defensive and come to a counter attack. And Pogba playing there and going in to support Ronaldo, and he has an eye with Ronaldo lah for assists. So I think Paul Pogba will have a good game, and hopefully he shows up today with Bruno. I think if they both show up, you can easily see Ronaldo with 2 goals easily.
Speaking about because Ronaldo is definitely a poacher, a good finisher and whatnot. We need supply into the penalty box. If you talk about our fullbacks, Aaron Wan Bissaka, shouldn't like these kind of games that you mentioned that they're going to go for a low block? Shouldn't we put someone like Dolo? Because I actually think, over the last few games that I see him playing, right, I'm actually quite impressed with his movement and whatnot going forward, especially. What do you think about that, Ayrton?
I agree with you actually. I think, honestly speaking, if I look at the first 11, it's not actually Fred I would actually take out. I would actually take out Wan Bissaka. I think he has been pretty much inconsistent this season, especially with his crosses. I think someone like Ronaldo also would have been frustrated with his delivery as well, playing with with his history playing with world class right backs, overlapping and crossing the ball inside there. Dalo would have been a better choice for me going forward, but I think at the back, Dalo is still a bit suspect in that sense, especially when there's one-on-one situations where, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we all know what he brings to the table. One-on-one, he's still probably one of the best in the league, I would say. But the thing is, with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, going forward, he's still, I would say, one of the most below par right backs in the league as well. So there's a yin and yang. It's rather this or that with Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Okay, we got a comment here by Brown Bear 7. All the kind of weird names. Brown Bear 7, Brown Bear, Brown Knight. All the same to me, man. So Cavani to knock in a couple in the second half. So if just say, Josh, if just say touch wood, I hope it doesn't happen. We how to say we trail by one goal, or maybe it's a tie and whatnot. We need to chase some goals and whatnot, right? What kind of changes do you think that Ole would do?
I feel that the changes that Ole will do is definitely, I think, what Eriton mentioned, one Bisaka. I think we will definitely bring in Dalo, or even if we play three back, we put in Sancho to take over one Bisaka. If he really wants to have that two ding dong moves, lah, to actually go all out attack, play three at the back, and have a winger, a right winger to play in that sense. So I would say bring in Sancho, bring in Cavani in that sense. Hard to say to bring Van der Beek because Van der Beek, who else will come out? We can't take out Bruno, Pogba, or Greenwood unless all three have a bad game. We have to take out one of defensive mid or the right back. So I would say these two obvious substitutions lah.
Okay, Eriton, because you weren't around for the past few episodes when we were talking about this, right? If Cavani comes in, right, what kind of formation do you think we will play? And then do you think that Ronaldo and Cavani can actually play together?
Given the formation or given the style of play of United, so it's very difficult to put two strikers up front. I actually have thought about this for a while. Ever since Cavani has been brought back into the squad and is fit again. So I would think he will still go with 4-3-3 with Ronaldo move to the left, or to the right of the midfield, and we will still we singing the song Viva Ronaldo running down the wing. Actually, he will not be running down the wing. But maybe, who knows, maybe Ronaldo will just play a bit behind Cavani or vice versa, like the hopping back to those days where with the Andy Cole and Dwight York situation that we used to have. But looking at this United squad, I don't think we can play a two up front. We don't have the players for it, I would say. Especially with Fred and McTominay in the squad as well. Every time I'm looking at the formation here, I don't know how we're going to fit two strikers up there with McTominay and Fred over there, because those two doesn't gel well with playing maybe like a conventional 4-4-2. Probably we'll go to a 4-4-3-3 still with Ronaldo move to the left with Cavani in the center. I'm speculating. I'm purely speculating.
Okay, right before that, Eric actually mentioned Lingard dulu lah, Josh. Lingard comes in first. Lord Lingard, okay. So Eric also mentioned Cavani played wing at PSG. Two striker not ideal, which is like what you mentioned, Eriton. And then so maybe he plays the wing. But if Cavani would play the wing, kind of like waste, right? His potential and his abilities and whatnot, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay, Daniel Lee mentioned 5-3-2 would be a nice experiment. Okay, maybe what do you think about that, Josh?
I would want to say that it's experiment for Ole now at this game home after a loss. I don't quite sure if that's the biggest thing that he will pull off lah. But 5-3-2 has been working for a lot of teams, and there are the teams who scores goals with this formation, right? But I don't think so. Ole will have the guts to actually put on a different formation which is unaware of, especially when he goes down with with that formation and then go back to 4-2-3-1. I don't think so. He will take that shot lah. But you know what? To even play with this formation, yes, it may not be the favorable position for the fans, but let's trust the manager. 4-2-3-1 it is, and see if we can get at least 2 to 3 goals, or even the gap of 2 to 3 goals. I don't know if they were to keep a clean sheet, because that's historically not with us at that point. But a clean sheet will be great for De Gea actually.
Yeah, I think we'll play a 5-3-2. If we're losing, if we are winning 3-1, Aston Villa scores, and then we'll probably shift to a 5-3-2 maybe I mean, like, it's too negative to start to use that formation in this game if we are just to say in a winning position, unless there's a potential for Aston Villa to equalize one in the last 20 minutes or so.
But if like we were to go with 5-3-2, I think probably the fullbacks. I think Luke Shaw should be fine lah. But then I don't see it working with Aaron Wan-Bissaka like we mentioned earlier. Unless Ole actually bring in Dolo. Then probably the fullbacks need to be really 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 very active and on their game if we were to do this. I mean, using this formation as an attacking formation, not a defensive one. Okay. I think Raj asked whether we'll be seeing Van der Beek, but I think just now already you already answered already. So maybe I don't know. I don't think he will be coming in lah for this particular game lah. It's
Last
a
5
shame lah.
minutes
It's
lah.
really a shame lah. Last 5 minutes or 6 minutes. The
The
agent is
usual lah.
agent is
The
quiet
usual.
this week. Agent is quiet this week, so he will come in probably 5 minutes, 4 minutes lah. Okay, so guys, the viewers, what do you guys think about our lineup? Any other input so that we can share, we can talk about this, we can discuss the formation and also the starting the first 11. Okay, do you think Ole's in-game management does not change much cause the players we have cannot adjust while they are playing? Ariton, what do you think about Danny's
Wait.
question?
Let me read Dennis' question first. Do you think Ole's in-game management does not change much cause the players we have can adjust while they are playing? Probably. You know, this is the kind of things they have to work in training as well itself. With Ole as well, we have seen for the past couple of years or so, ever since he took over, he has that one style of play. And then if he tries to change something within the game as well, if we just say we're in a losing position or a partially winning position, there's always a negative effect out of it as well. There's always a question mark on Ole when during his in-game management of things. So yeah, it won't change. It won't change. And if it does, I mean, like I hopefully I foresee backfiring. Actually backfiring.
Okay, wait, we got one comment here by Eric. Wait, let me look out for that comment. Eric
also
mentioned that
sorry,
our best 11 was during the Newcastle game. Never mind, Josh, just go on first. You go on first.
So we wanted to also remember that on the midweek we will have a European game. So you may see Ronaldo for Cavani also instead of having both of them playing. So just to be aware that if we hope to get a very early lead, at least a 2-goal gap or a 3-goal gap, so that the players like Greenwood, Ronaldo, or even Varane can have some particular rest in that sense. But looking if Ole sub, I really hope we don't chase this game. I really hope we are not chasing for an equalizer or chasing for a win in that sense, because the obvious choice would be like what he did against West Ham, whereby Lingard and Sancho comes in for Greenwood and Pogba, and then to take off one of the defenders and play in Cavani. So I hope we don't chase the game. I really hope that we can get rest for the key players, so that because it's a must-win game for Villarreal also, because even if we win 1-0 or win dirty this game also, we take the 3 points, because we will win. We will hope that home games that we take the 3 points.
Definitely. Okay, so maybe score predictions, Josh.
Score predictions. Wow, it's going to be tough. The Villa side, when Mings leading the line also for Aston Villa.
Our man Mings. Our man Mings.
But apparently, I don't really watch much of their games. But apparently, the defender that is doing a very good job is actually
Matty
what's
Cash.
the guy's name? No, the one that went on loan. What is the guy's name? Just slipped my mind. The United player.
Tuanzebe.
Tuanzebe.
Oh, okay.
Is it Tuanzebe? Apparently he's the one, the solid defender there, and then he can play with the mother club, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we have an advantage there. Mings is okay lah. But so what do you think about the score prediction?
I would say today, hopefully, it's a 3-1 for United. Get the early 3 goals, and as usual, we will never keep a clean sheet. But I hope it's a 3-0 lah, but I'm just putting at 3-1 today. My prediction.
Doc disagrees with you.
You know what? Please disagree with me, because I really want them to keep a clean sheet, to be very honest.
Okay, Ariton, how about you? Score prediction.
Well, obviously Ronaldo is going to get one. That's a given. Ronaldo is going to get one. So I'm going for a 2-0 win for this one. I hope more, but I think 2-0 will be a much more realistic scoreline for this one.
Okay, we have a comment by Ipul Red Devil. Still rely on McFred. I hope that tonight we would like to see partnership Cavani and Ronaldo, but disappointed not to see Matic and Van der Beek at the midfield.
Yeah, because they work so well over the weekend,
exactly.
the weekday. Right?
Exactly. Oh yeah, I didn't really get to ask you about this. What do you think about Van der Beek's performance that day over the Carabao Cup game, Ariton?
I think it was decent. Probably still, knowing Van der Beek as well, playing too deep is not his forte. But being in the squad for a long time, I think he performed pretty decent now. Still would not warrant him a place over Bruno Fernandes or Pogba any other day. Probably Fred. as everyone knows my feelings about Fred. But yeah, he performed decent. If he gets that was the opportunity for him to shine lah, that game, I would say. But sadly, all the other players around him let Ole down tremendously. But he did well lah. Not well, I would say lah, but decent enough lah, I would say.
Okay, another comment here by Daniel Lim. Okay, just like what Ole said during midweek, we really need to have a better start and also probably score as early as the early 20 minutes rather than we chase for the score. I hope the players deliver. You know, the thing about us, we sometimes need that kick up the ass, then only we will actually play. You know, to wake up from our sleep. That was what happened also that day. I mean, you can actually see the performance increase once the opponent scored one goal. You see? So yeah, hopefully we can just from the start, we kill it from the start.
Yeah. Maybe that's the most frustrating thing also about us, you know, especially last season or the season before that also. It was the slow start, and then we'll end up chasing the game. If away lucky, we can win. Home, we probably will lose the game. That's the worst part.
True. Okay, we got one by Brown Bear. Ronaldo to out jump Mings and score a goal with a bad cross for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Whoa, if that happens, man.
Hey, guess what? AWB was the one who crossed the one last season against Villa, and guess who was the end of it? Martial.
Yeah,
who scored that goal.
That's why. But people forgot.
Who knows?
People forgot.
AWB might do that crosses, and you know, even a bad cross, Ronaldo will go at the end of it, lah. You know, hopefully he has more crosses inside, lah.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of forgot about that. You know, that Martial goal. Well, thanks for reminding me.
I
don't
forgot
see him playing. I don't see him playing. I just don't see him playing.
Too many bad performances to make up for
I remember
performance.
that. I remember that because Wan-Bissaka never give great crosses, and that was the only great cross he gave the whole season.
But that finishing was good, right? No doubt about it. That finishing was class, right? Right, Josh?
I
right?
just saw the celebration after that. I didn't see the goal actually.
Okay, so 15 more minutes to kick off. All right, so guys, what are your score predictions? Leave it in the comment section so we can actually. Oh, okay, we got one again by Daniel Lim. Cristiano Ronaldo to score a hat-trick. Okay, but the supply's got to go in first. The supply needs to go in first. No doubt about the finishing this time around because we have one of the best poachers, but then the supplies need to go in.
By looking at our you know, our players, obviously the supply is going to come from, it can come from anywhere in the pitch with Bruno, Greenwood and Pogba over there. That's why I say chances will come. It's a matter whether we take it or not. And knowing our man Viva Ronaldo in front there, there's definitely one's going to come from him. We are still pending a hat-trick, a second hat-trick from him in United colours after his one that he had in 2009 versus Newcastle. So hopefully this it will come this season. Most definitely, a hat-trick will come this season for Cristiano Ronaldo. But yeah, looking at, Josh also will tell you, looking at our players, you know, the supplies can come from any of these players. Not Fred, any of these players.
Just do the job, Fred.
Justin Sean, just comment. I'm concerned about McTominay and Fred partnership. Are you guys confident with those two in CDM, considering the fact that McTominay is just back from injury and Fred, as usual, with his mistakes and an added vaccine shot? I'll just add a bit of that, Justin Sean.
You know what? For this partnership, I think we are all scared, but nevertheless, we have to back our players. And I think overall, the most confident partnership to have as a CDM, and Ole will always play the double pivot is Fred and McTominay. Yes, Matic has a good game, but I think as confident as Ole want to play them, this allows the other upfront four to attack. At least we have that security at the back. So yes, I am worried, of course. Fred normally never give a big display, but because of his second dose now, hopefully he does what the DMs do. Don't give that crosses to the left, to the right, and all. Just do the dirty work, tackles, intercept, pass the ball to Pogba, pass the ball to Bruno, simple passes. That will
simple.
Even
yes.
You want to pass back to Varane also is okay. Please do that. Yeah. just don't do the long balls and give away all those passes.
I'm trying to be not very negative about Fred because later someone in the Telegram group will start attacking me again. And
no. He's not. He's not at the moment. At the moment, he's not in the Telegram group, so it's fine. It's fine. He's here.
Yeah.
It's here. Oh, welcome, Brown Knight. What did I miss? Oh, nothing.
Or,
Fred is gonna do the best job ever. Man of the
yeah.
match performance tonight, man.
Or
You heard
even
it here first.
Brown Knight or even Doc also will start attacking me for being so too negative on Fred. But let me put it this way, like if I have an analogy about Fred, that's why McTominay is that even though he's just came back from injury, but he's still one of the most hardworking players in our team. So if I can give an analogy, McTominay is like someone who works hard on a project or a assignment in college. And my friend is the person. What did I miss? Oh, just put my name in there. Can
No, I don't think it's that bad, lah. I don't think it's that bad, lah.
I'm sorry,
I think Fred is someone who actually tries his best. I mean, doing the assignments, the analogy, the assignments, he tries his best, but then he passed up the wrong assignment.
That's even worse. Better not do anything than doing something that's wrong. Because that's what he's been doing. Okay, maybe your analogy is correct, and until the whole team will probably say, you know what, Fred, you just sit here. You just sit here.
Exactly. You just sit here. You just fill up the space, just maybe write a bit, the introduction page. That's it. Keep everything simple. I think with Fred, if he keeps everything simple, don't do anything crazy or like try to be out of the ordinary, keep composure and whatnot, do his dirty job like what he always do, break up play and whatnot. I think it should be fine. It should be fine for this particular game.
But once again, guys, let's hope Fred proves us wrong. Seriously, I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to prove Josh wrong. I want him to prove Dom wrong also as well. If he has a blinder of a game, this game, I'll hold my head up high and say, you know what, Fred? Good job, Fred. Good job, Fred. You proved me wrong. But, every bloody game, we how many times in our group chat, F this lah, F that lah, but F Fred, but I cannot curse lah, since we're
but it gets better lah. It's not that toxic lah. It's not that toxic. Brown is not that toxic. I promise. Brown actually mentioned Fred sends in the assignment, but only the lecturer understands his genius. That's why. Is there some scandalous thing going on between the student and the lecturer? This one we need to find out. We really need to find out lah.
It's like it's like going to an art gallery lah. It's either it's super magnificent or it's something. What? So what did you just throw? So hopefully it's the magnificent Fred lah.
Okay, Daniel Lee mentioned Fred is good when it comes to hardworking ethics, but over hardworking or overdoing something is also not good, which is very, very true. That's when his mistakes starts coming in. That is very, very true. So just keep it simple, Fred. Just keep it simple, relax, composure. Then you should be fine.
I think he also had a good game. I think 1 or 2 games ago, if I'm not wrong. He just did the simple things right. Pass.
Yes, correct.
Pass to the people who assist and things like that. Don't need to do all these long balls and all the things. It's very unnecessary lah. The only thing you can do, just you want to stand beside the free kick. It's okay.
Yes.
You will get that. Fine.
We give you. It's fine. It's fine.
At least you will be part of the highlights. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't do anything else.
That is fine.
I really want someone to do a highlight reel of Fred standing over free kicks. He took one or not?
One of these days.
Honestly speaking, you know why Fred over tries things sometimes? Because I think he reads Twitter. Everyone asking him a question. Are you really Brazilian or not? Because so probably it's like, I have to prove I'm Brazilian, man. I have to play like Danielson.
Yeah, in a way, I really think that sometimes, if he tries to like prove himself and whatnot, right? He do it too much, and then that's where all the problems all come, I think. And then I think now with the more, I don't know whether he actually read Instagram and all this kind of stuff, but probably he does lah. I mean, somehow he will know what's going on in the internet and whatnot. Probably that is also affecting his game, no doubt about that lah. So he's trying to go for redemption and whatnot to get the fans back. There was one point we were all cheering for him. Okay, Pastor Fred. Okay.
Yeah lah. After that was during Ole's era lah, when Ole didn't play him at all. But after that, when we came in, we know what sorry, not Ole, Jose
Mourinho,
we didn't play him at all. But once he made it to the team, we said, now we know what Jose meant.
Okay, one comment from Brown Knight. The last time he took one, he scored and took Shakhtar to the UCL quarterfinal. But then this is different. This is Manchester United, yo. This is Manchester United, yo.
Shakhtar. Who cares about Shakhtar Donetsk?
Okay, guys. I think. Okay, Josh, anything to add?
But today I would like to also see how Pogba performs lah on the left. You know, yes, of course the highlight always go to Fred, you know, of his bad move and this and that. But you know, as Pogba will always be there. As I hope he gains the highlight today lah, supporting Bruno and Ronaldo. So I hope that works for him today very well. So you know, don't worry, we are not only attacking Fred or criticizing Fred. You know, whoever plays bad, we will criticize. Whoever do well, we will also acknowledge and credit. And you know, Paul Pogba today with a very good midfielders that Aston Villa have. I hope they because they might play a 5-3-2 also. Aston Villa.
Okay.
I think they are.
One comment by Ridwan Hamza. Let's pray Fred become Kante today. Confirm dah inject. Tak tahu itu vaksin ke inject apa. Today we will see something different.
Yeah.
If he does perform right, we need to find out which vaccine he actually took lah.
Sudah jadi 6G itu, 6G.
6G. Okay, guys, I think we are 5 minutes away from kickoff. Okay, so everybody need to get ready for the game. You need to get our snacks and what ready. So we'll call this segment off right now. So we'll see you guys after the game for our live match reaction. That will be scheduled at 9:30. So United win today. We'll see you guys later. Cheers.
Come on,
Bye.
you Reds.
See you guys.
Come on, you
GGMU.
Reds.